Hello students, today we start a topic of chapter number 1 surveying subject. Chapter number 1 is a plane table surveying, and in the last lecture we discuss up to the spirit level, and in a accessory of the plane table surveying we start with a new accessory is a U-frog with plumb bob. So U-frog with plumb bob is generally used for the centering the table over the point of the or point or a station occupied by the plane table when plotted position on a point is already on a sheet, and also beginning the work means start of the work. This point is marked on a paper. Compulsory U-frog plumb bob is required, and it is used to transfer the point or a station on a ground to on paper. Like see this figure. In this figure you exactly seen that. So here this is plumb bob, clear. So this is plumb bob, and this clamp is a U frog. So this U frog is used to transfer the point, means plumb bob bottom point is transfer on this point. So it's a dotted line, so the imaginary line, clear. So this dotted line, so the imaginary line, and from the bottom point of the plumb bob is transferred easily by the U frog to on paper on a plane table surveying. So here there are different types of the plumb bob is available in a market, like wooden, metal, steel, etc. So here see this plumb bob steel, and this one is copper plumb bob. And now in the next slide we discuss about the waterproof covering. So waterproof cover at the time of the rainy season, it's required to cover the entire accessories by the waterproof sheet. So here waterproof cover, here two type of the generally use. First one is umbrella, see this figure, and also we use the plastic sheet to cover the plane table surveying instrument. Now next accessory we required is a drawing paper. So drawing paper is generally used for a plotting on a ground in detail. So see this figure. So drawing sheet is generally used. Size is a A1 size. Means A1 size is nearer to plane table size. Means plane table size is nearer, and we exactly claim the sheet on a plane table, and we easily draw on a paper. So this drawing sheet is a pure blank and white color sheet, so we easily mark and easily seen on a marking point on a drawing sheet. Now next topic start is the advantages and disadvantages of the plane table surveying. So there are the some of the advantages and some of the disadvantages of all the instruments and all the methods in a plane table surveying. So here we start with the advantages of the plane table surveying. So the plane table is the plan is drawn by the surveyor himself, while the area of the survey is before his eye, and therefore there is no possibility of the omitting the necessary measurement, and surveyor can compare the plot work with the actual features of the area. So these are the advantages, and another advantage is that it is simple and cheaper than the theodolite. So theodolite approximately 25 to 30,000 cost, and in a plane table only simple wooden plate is required, and a wooden tripod stand is required, and LED means nominal cost instruments or accessories are required, like a LED, magnetic needle, and then a spirit level, plumb bob, etc. So as compared to theodolite, it's cheaper. And in a theodolite we are compulsory required to set the angles, set the horizontal and vertical levels. But in a plane table surveying, only horizontal leveling is required. Second advantage is that it is most suitable for a small scale map, like area is smaller, so we use the plane table surveying. And third advantage is that no greater scale is required to produce a satisfactory map, and work may be entrusted to a subordinate. So here no any great scale means simple person can complete the task or complete the work without any problem. And we generally use on a site is a theodolite total station. So in this type of the instrument, compulsorily skilled person is required to getting the readings. But here in a plane table surveying, not a great skill is required, only simple methodology, only bisect and then after draw the line. It's a simple and basic method for the basic method in a theodolite plane table surveying. Now another advantage is that it is useful in a magnetic area where compass may not be used. So here compass, you already know about the compass. So compass is generally used for the measure the horizontal angles between the 2 points. Clear? So here in a magnetic area compass is not used, but in a magnetic area we use the plane table survey, because no any type of the iron item or a magnetic item used in a plane table surveying. Now the mistake in a writing field book are may be eliminated. So here when we measure the area or line, so directly plotted on paper, so it's the elimination of the writing in a field book. So directly on ground points are directly transferred on a paper, so it's easy, and no any type of the mistake in a writing in a field book. So these are the most important advantage. And some of the disadvantages is also there. So first disadvantages is that it is not intended for a very accurate work. So here when we bisect any point or a target, so some of the mistake by bisecting, so at that time not a accurate work is done by the plane table surveying as compared to theodolite or total station. Now it is not suitable for a monsoon. So in a monsoon time we use the paper sheet, clear, in a plane table surveying. So in a monsoon time we not use plane table surveying, and it is essentially a tropical instrument. So as compared to as compared to another instrument, it's easy, but here output is not accurate as compared to another instrument, and due to heaviness it is inconvenient to transport. So why it's heavy? Because we use the wooden material to prepare a plane table and also prepare a tripod stand. So it's heavy as compared to another instrument, and for the heavy weight it is inconvenient to transport. Now another disadvantage is so there are many accessories are there, so it's a likelihood of them being lost. So here number of the accessories like plumb bob, then after u-frog, then after magnetic needle, and miss through compass, spirit level, LED, and clips, pen, pencil. So it's easy to lost any accessories. So it's one of the disadvantages of the plane table surveying. Now next topic we start of the plane table surveying is a principle of plane table surveying. So the principle of the plane table is a plagiarism, parallelism, means all the rays are drawn through the various details should pass through the survey station. So here only single point is marked on a paper and on a ground, and all the points are drawn from the station and intersect with station. In another way, it's the intersect with station. So the position of the plane table at each station must be identical, means already identify point or a mark of point on a ground, and each survey station the table must be oriented in the direction of the magnetic north. So it's a basic principle of the plane table surveying. Now here some of the basic definitions generally asked in a GTU examination in a 3 marks. So in a GTU examination, like this type of the question ask, like write a centering, orientation and leveling. So write these 3 definition in a 3 marks. So let's we start with one by one basic definition. So first definition is a centering. So what is centering? So the process of setting up the plane table on a plotted position on a ground station exactly over the station is known as a centering. Clear? So when we mark the point on a ground and above the mark the point, we set up the plane table, and this mark point on a ground is transfer on a paper. It's called a centering. Exactly plotted point is marked on a station is a centering. Next is the orientation. So the process involving position the plane table in such a manner that all the lines on the paper are parallel to the corresponding line on a ground is called a orientation. So it's a difficult task because all the lines are parallel to the all the lines on a paper are parallel to the corresponding line on a ground. So it's orientation. Next is a backside. So it is the side taken from the plane table station to another station whose position is already been plotted on a drawing paper. It's called a backside. So means when we select a point on a paper and on a ground, and one point is already in a backside already drawn on a paper, and we target the another point and we draw the forwarded line. So back line is already drawn on a paper is known as a backside, and next is a foresight. So it is the side taken from the plane table station to another station whose position has not been plotted on a drawing paper. Means in a foresight we target the point and drawing on a drawing paper we are not marking the line but only bisect the point, and this point is a foresight point. Next is a radiation. So this is the method of locating the points by drawing a radial line from the plane table station to a particular points. It's a radiation. So radiation method is already discussed. We are discussing in the next lecture. So there are the different method generally used in a plane table surveying. So it's one of the simplest method of the plane table surveying. Second is the intersection. So this is the method of locating the point by the intersection of the two rays from the two different station is known as a intersection. Means two line, 1 and 2 line are intersecting at a single point, means merge with each other at a single point is known as a intersection. Next is the resection. So resection is a method of locating the station occupied by the plane table when the position of the total position of that station has not been previously plotted from the other station. Means in this method, locating the station occupied by the plane table means when you set the plane table and another position had not been previously plotted from the another station is known as a resection. Means we take a section second time. Next is a plane table traversing. So this is the method of the traversing in which plane table is used. Means here different type of the traversing is that and traversing is two type mainly, open traverse and closed traverse. So in a plane table surveying, both the traverse are we drawn on a plane table surveying. So traverse is when we starting point, we start the draw the line and starting point to end point we merge the line is known as a traversing. So this is the method of the traversing in which plane table is used. The traverse is directly plotted on a paper by drawing the traverse line with LED and no angle is measurement instrument is used is known as a plane table traversing. Now next topic we start is method of a setting of the plane table. So here there are the main three process involved in setting of the plane table over the station. First is a leveling, then after centering, and then after orientation. Now in a plane table, first we level, and then after second step is a centering, and third one is the orientation. Now in another instrument like a total station, theodolite, dumpy level, so etc. First point is a centering, then after leveling, and third one is the orientation. So these are the main difference of the plane table and theodolite. So now we start with a leveling. So what is leveling? So leveling is a first step to start the project or any start the work. So in a plane table surveying, this type of the leveling tube we use and put on the plane table surface, and when the bubble, so these are the bubble, when the bubble is properly centered on a tube, so means your plane table is perfectly leveled. So here if we use the single tube, means this single tube, so first we put at a horizontal and then after level. But if we use this type of the horizontal and vertical level tube, means only simple put on a plane table, and then after when the both the bubble first and second both the bubble are at a center, means your plane table is perfectly level. So here, so leveling and centering, the table should be set up the convenient height for working on a board, say about 1 meter, and the legs of the tripod stand be spread well apart firmly into the ground. Means in a plane table we fix the plane table on a ground, and then after the plane table should be placed over the station on a ground, and point plotted on a sheet corresponding to the station occupied should be exactly over the station of the ground, and the orientation the operation is known as a centering. So it is done by the U-frog plumb bob. And for a leveling the plane table, spirit level may be used. So we already seen the photograph of the spirit level, and the table is leveled by placing the level on the board in a two position at a right angle and getting the bubble at the center in a both the direction. So it's most important point. Then after second step is the centering. So in a centering we use the U frog. So these are the U frog, and this one is a plumb bob. So using the U-frog plumb bob, we mark the point on ground point on paper. So it's a second step of the plane table surveying, and and third step is the orientation. So the process by which the position occupied by the board at a various survey station are kept parallel is known as a orientation. Orientation means when we bisect any point and we draw the line is one type of the orientation. So the when the plane table is properly oriented, the line on a board are parallel to the line on the ground which they represent. So there are the two type of the orientation. So first is by magnetic needle, and second is the backside. So by magnetic needle, so magnetic north is drawn parallel to the drawn on a paper at a particular station, and at the next station the through compass is placed among the line of a magnetic north, and a plane table is turned in a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. And when the magnetic needle are at a position, so we fix the plane table or claim the plane table. So it's a magnetic needle method. And second method is by backsiding method. So when we fix the plane table at a O point, like a O point, and from the O point we bisect the A point and bisect the B point. Then after when we when we fix the table on a point, it's a first survey station, and bisect the B point and we draw the line AB. And then after when we transfer the plane table on a B point and bisect the A point, and when we rotate the plane table in a clockwise and anti-clockwise direction, and when the line is draw line is parallel to the ground line, so it's a backside method. Now in a orientation compulsory we require LED and a compass. So these are the main two important instrument for the orientation. So orientation look like that. So from the eye van and object van. So from the eye van we see, and then after from the object van uh, target crosshair is there, and from the target crosshair we bisect any point like ranging road or like building corner, and then after we draw the line. So it's a orientation. Now methods of the plane table surveying. So in the next lecture we discuss with the methods of the plane table surveying. So today we complete our topic. Thank you.